Welcome back to Legends of Runeterra. I'm going to be playing some Nightfall today. I was reading a lot about ancient Greek philosophy and English romantic poetry, and they keep mentioning, these ancient Greek figures, Greek characters of like the tragedies and the Greek gods. And every time I heard them mention something like Diana, the moon goddess, well, you guys can kind of understand, I guess, where I was going. And now I have a hankering to play Legends of Runeterra. I was actually going to play Leona Daybreak, but I was sad to see she's not in standard at the moment. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but I might do that episode some other time. So instead, we're going to be doing Nightfall. And interestingly enough, there are actually cards in this deck that I've never played before. Even though this is one of my favorite aggro decks of all time across all card games. There must have been some late expansion just around the time that they announced they weren't gonna, upkeep the tournaments anymore. That there were cards like Chained Caster here from events. I don't even know what event it would have been. And where is it here? There was another card. 2 mana? Yeah, the Iron Conquest. So here's another one from Dreamlit Paths. I've never played this card either. And so, it's kind of interesting that after all these years I get to come back and play one of my favorite decks and it's a little different. So I figured we'd try this new edition. The Iron Conquest is pretty nice here. We get 2 ephemeral copies in hand for the first 2 turns and then revise the strongest dead ally. That just seems like good value for 2 mana, getting essentially, 3 ephemeral creatures. That's not bad. Especially since we have so many cheap creatures that the ephemeral, right, we usually can play it pretty quickly. Over here, I made one change, the Flight. We have 3 of these in the main deck from the deck I imported. I cut it down to 2, and I also cut down on Fading Memories, so I could put in 2 copies of the Flight, because this is one of my all-time favorite cards ever, and I can't play Nightfall without playing this deck. I think it's honestly okay, though, to just play 2. 3 copies of the Flight can get a little bad, tedious, because if you draw like all 3 of them and they're just Nexus striking all the time, you're just always going to be drawing them, Anyways, I'm thrilled to give this a go. Let's see how we can do. It's so bittersweet for me playing Runeterra. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. But sometimes, even though I'm like sad that it's not as, alive anymore, it's just so refreshing to return to. This like utterly supremely serene feeling just swept over me when I logged in and I heard that loading music. All the little sound effects. It's such a good game, I actually haven't kept up much with the physical paper game they're making. Oh, look at this hand. What does this do? I'm actually tempted to keep everything. But I don't think I should. I feel like Fading Memories and Heavens Aligned already fill the role that Lunari Dustbringer gives us. Oh, dude. These cards are so sick. I'm so hyped. Okay. Anyway. I haven't looked at much of the physical card games that they're making. I know that released somewhere in Asia, right? Like an early version of it? I'm not actually 100% sure.
It's our time.
But I'd have to look at that, actually. Because interestingly enough, I'm going to college for my master's degree soon, and I like school, right? Like I'm doing it because I want to focus on my studies, but you'll still have free time at some points, And so I think it'd be interesting to meet people who care about card games and stuff, because I've never had many people, like, especially TCGs. I've never had an in-person friend who cared about that stuff. So I think it'd be fun to meet somebody who I could regale tales of Legends of Runeterra with, you know what I mean? Look at this. This is why the Flight's so good. Oh, activating Shadestalker. We get some elusive threats in there. What a card, man. Oh. Oh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if this is actually all that good for them. 2 mana? To equip barnacles. The K got me there.
Mother Moon
if you're replaying 4 mana to get that combo again, that doesn't seem all that great.
Whatever the cost.
Right? Like, are you gonna block here and trade with my 1-drop for your this costs you 3 mana just to trade with my 1 mana card? Obviously, they could have a pump spell. Oh, that's so strange. Oh, they have Twisted Fate, that's why. Then why'd they let me... Wait. I guess that's fine for them. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that was exceptional for them. Twisted Fate obviously coming down here, that's the problem for us. But I feel like they spent so much mana for the trades that we're kind of doing okay.
I'm always up for a round or two. I'm a people person.
I am curious though. I don't know if I've ever seen Kennen Twisted Fate. Oh, I love these cards. Yeah, I'm gonna play Nocturne here, I guess, right? Otherwise, I'm being incredibly mana inefficient. Oh gosh, that's like that crippling nervousness every time I record that I'm gonna forget to get my mic set up. I don't know why, I've never outgrown that. I've been streaming off and on for like what, three years now or so, and every time I'm always like, even though like I always check beforehand now. Okay. Let's start with. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna start with Shadestock here. If they have like some sort of Ionian stun, we can go crazy with the onlookers.
Stay safe.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's actually really good for them. Because now they instantly get that Twisted Fate red card back. So my onlookers. Not as threatening. I could just go double Unspeakable Horror. Is that actually fine? No, because they have Bark Knuckles in hand. I guess I'll just take my attack.
You call that sneaky?
I'm gonna use one of these. I need to level up my Nocturne at some point. Should I go face? Is face the place right now already? I don't know how much Ionian life gain they have, but it might be worth it. Okay, that's a big one. Anything at this point that has lots of health to get out of the Twisted Fate red card is really nice, so I can develop soon. At the moment, Accountant and Twisted Fate, neither of them can block Fearsome.
Deal me in.
Okay, I think that's fine.
Who says I don't share? Looks like trouble.
Should I just try to kill Twisted Fate? I can do it one at a time and still play Crescent Guardian. I want to see if I can kill him here. I don't want them to have a sorcery speed, what's it called, slow speed action to be able to equip a Bark Knuckles or something. So I want to do it here mid-combat. Also, if you notice, I did use my Nocturne copy first because if anything, wait, oops. That's not how it works in Legends of Runeterra. I totally forgot how priority acted there. I thought I'd be able to, but obviously the whole chain resolves at once. I was thinking it resolved sort of like hold priority in Magic the Gathering. It's funny. Even if they have an action here. Yeah, that's fine. We still got the card, which is nice. This is why I didn't want them canceling my Nocturne. I didn't know if it would shuffle back into my deck or not, or if it would fizzle. Oh, it's you've attacked with 5 Nightfall if you're some allies. I thought it was you played cards, right? That's Diana. Okay. What does this do? Well, you could level on that swing. I don't think that's great, though. I think what we're going to do is get another Crescent Guardian here. Oh, they have a Twisted Fate. That's right. So he stuns us if we develop. Well, this seems fine. I'll do this. If they attack, I can get Pale Cascade. Oh, I could even just go face. Depending what they have here, I have 2 burn damage in hand. Well, not burn damage, but, you know. We haven't seen them recall any of our cards yet. That's just something I noticed, too. It's really risky for them, isn't it? I don't want them having another recall here. I don't want to stack all my damage dust into this guy, so that's why I'm going to put my Pale Cascade over here. Now, should I put them down to 1 if I can? Rather than having a second Nocturne in hand. I guess I don't have to do it right. Oh, I guess I did have to do it right then. Oh, yeah, okay. This is fine. I guess this is nice because if I played the 2 mana card, I wouldn't have been able to replay Nocturne this turn. Oh. This cannon's nowhere near leveling, and it would take them 4 Marks of the Storm to kill my I want to get rid of the elusive because we might draw more elusive cards anyway. And what is this when you summon an ally? That's actually such a good defensive ability too. Because this upcoming turn, if they give me 1 action if they try to develop, I can go Heaven's Aligned and then Moonlit Glenkeeper triggers Nocturnes twice.
Time for a leap of faith.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
Also, I'm just going to point this out again. They have almost no cards that block Fearsome. Oh, that's just lethal. That's actually hilarious.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
Well now it's not. Oh well, that's okay. I think it still works out fine for us. Yeah, I didn't think about that with the cannons. Mark of the Storm tagging on with Twisted Fate. Didn't think about that. Ooh, wow. We're getting some goodies here. Look at that. I think that's hilarious. Whoa. Oh yeah. I totally didn't look at that for a while. I don't know what they're gonna be able to do here though. Yeah, I totally forgot about the coins. Maybe if I was sharper, I would have paid more attention to that, but I don't know what they can do here that really threatens us. Pretty much all I'm hoping is this next turn we can get something that will let us like burst speed activate. Oh. Interesting. That's pretty good for them for sure. But next turn we'll have 10 mana. I think we're still totally fine. What we can start with, even if we don't draw anything. Ah, even better. We can go Flight, Nocturne, and Moonlight Affliction this turn. And everything's gonna be vulnerable or completely unable to block elusives anyway, like. I am gonna have to play him here though, I think. But now we have 1, 2, 3 fearsome threats that are all lethal. Regardless of what they do, or regardless of if we get to play Moonlight Affliction. Moonlight Affliction, sorry. Do you guys hear this music? I've never looked to see if there's a place where you can listen to the Legends of Runeterra music like that. Like, I love this Ari board because of the music, like, and the loading screen music. I think it's also pretty, and I've never actually looked. Okay. Okay, that is a little obnoxious. I think we still just win the game though, potentially. Well, this is 3 mana. So I can start here because I just need the trample damage now to make sure I get through, which I should. I think 5 over 3, I'd be exactly there, but regardless. Oh, and it doesn't have fearsome anyways. So yeah, I could have a variety of things here that like I could win with my Stygian Onlooker even.
In all things.
Oh, good game. That was a fun one. I like that. There's such a satisfaction to winning a game of Legends of Runeterra. And even with losing, I always feel like it's such an intellectual challenge, you know? Like, there's so much to glean from any given game. I don't get that feeling with some of the other ways of card games. Like, when I play Magic Arena, a lot of times I just end up frustrated, you know? I don't know what it is about Legends of Runeterra that's always caught my heart, but man, I think it's such a gripping game. I'm gonna mute my microphone for 2 seconds. I made some lemonade, but I have it in this metal container, like a metal glass. I don't even know what you call these things. A metal canister. I don't know what the term is. It's not a mug, but it's like taller, like a Yeti mug type thing almost, you know, but a different brand. And so it's a metal container with a metal straw. So whenever I take a drink from it, it's just like this grating noise, and I'm sure it'd be horrible on microphones. So. Oh, Freljord, Shurima, what's going on here? Ugh, this opening hand looks terrible. Although... Glenkeeper looks nice. We're on turn 3, if we can get something activated. Oh, what? Brutal. Climbing the ranks. We're the #1 ranked in the world, baby. I want to see what they're actually playing over here. Oh goodness, what a bizarre deck. Feel the rush. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna import this just because I actually want to look at this later. I don't even know if I'm gonna play it, but I'm curious. FTR, even that acronym, that just sparked like a tumult of hidden memories, repressed memories. Oh my gosh, FTR decks. Wow. Oh my gosh. Skip. I do not want to. I don't know if that was gonna be, like, I'll just like pop up my PayPal account. I'll be buying cards for it. I'm curious if anybody here is watching. Do you guys ever play LOR for Path of Champions still? Okay. I don't know if I remember seeing an Ezreal version of this as much. Ezreal Zillion? I like the start with Onlooker and Nocturne. I just don't know if it's... like, we can't even use Onlooker on turn 1 here. I think I might pop these two back. I feel like Stygian Onlooker, that's more of like a good second card on a turn to play. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Missing out on turn 1 Onlooker without Nightfall activated, I don't think I could really regret that. I was hoping for like a Lunar Duskbringer. Okay, Chained Caster, interesting. That's the first time I've drawn this card. What's our plan though? We can just drop down Diana here. And then next turn use Chain Caster to start. It's gonna be hard to kill this Zillion though. I don't want to attack with my Diana into Zillion, leaving her at 1 HP. Yeah. It looks like I might just go Diana, take the damage if they attack, and then play Chain Caster into Doom Beast here. Okay, let's see here. That is an interesting card though. A 0-mana 3/2 activates Nightfall. Can't attack with it. Oh, I actually like that better. I like that much better than Doom Beast. Because right now I do want some extra mana in the bank. Because at some point I need to cast Shackles. Keep something in hand so on like on a turn when then we need to play Nocturne, we have the mana available. Plus it just...
Would you look at this place?
Okay. I think that's fine. I think it might be hard for them to kill Shadestalker. If we have Unspeakable Horror available, we can ping this Rockhopper. We have Diana actually right away, so they're not even going to be able to damage this Shadestalker with the... or even threaten it with the Rockhopper. Dude, I want to play a Talia deck too. I haven't thought about that deck in a while.
Face your heretic.
I'm not gonna unchain this guy quite yet. I want to see if they try to react with something. Mystic Shot. Can't do much about that, can I? I guess I'll respond here. No, should I?
Come, a new phase awaits.
Yeah, I think I should. My line of reasoning here was next turn we could have let the Rockhopper also take out our Shadestalker in order to play Shackles plus Nocturne. I don't know if that's necessary though on their attacking token turn 4. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I think that's much better for me than them. Yeah, I'm still gonna leave this guy shackled. I want to keep up enough mana this turn to play Nocturne and keep up a Pale Cascade in case they have a Time Bomb. Or, I don't even know what they'd have that does. Why are they passing with so much mana? Oh my gosh, are they playing like the Ruination board wipe? Or the Shurima board wipe? That'd be... Oh, okay, phew. That's fine, that's fine. I want to let this resolve. I'll lose my flight, but I want to protect Nocturne from a Mystic Shot.
Forgive me.
No one is safe.
It does feel a little bad that I've left this poor guy just sitting back there for so long, but... Our Nocturne's gonna level soon, and I think Diana is already leveled. Hexite crystals, yeah, we gotta be on the lookout for those too. Oh! Pick an allied follower, create an ephemeral copy. The copy gets +1/+1, I didn't look at that either. What are we trying to accomplish with this, though? If they're ephemeral, I'd rather get copies of, like, Stygian Onlooker. This might be the turn I just go, like, Heaven's Aligned, Shackles, Doom Beast. That's what I'm thinking. And they don't have a threatening board at the moment. This upcoming turn... Oh, Song Spinner. I didn't realize that was the card they played. That's actually pretty nice for them. Oof. Well... I might go Unto Dusk Pale Cascade. And then I can open next turn with the Shackles. We have a pretty big open attack. You know, I didn't think about that. I could have just waited to see if they attack here to try to take out my Shadestalker with the Fallen Feline to try to keep up Pale Cascade, but they didn't.
Whatever the cost.
Does Nocturne give other creatures... Yeah. They don't have any Fearsome blockers and we're threatening 14 damage. We have a Pale Cascade in case they have up another Mystic Shot. Hexite Crystal... That'd be a little harder to deal with. Oh, okay. Well, I'm still gonna try to keep him alive. And I'm not going to develop any more this turn into the Hexite Crystals. But I will take the Iron Conquest to start getting these in hand. So that we can just drain them out. Because at this point, that's one. If our Nocturne stays alive, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burn damage. With 4 mana, they could still hypothetically deal 4 damage to all our creatures. So I do want to kind of keep our permanent creatures, permanent followers in hand until they play something like that. They're also in a desperate situation where they literally don't have any blockers for our creatures. We have Fearsome at the moment. What is this turn 3? Revive the strongest dead allied follower and grant ephemeral. Yeah, they're in a terrible position. Even if they wipe our board this turn with their Sputtering Song Spinner plus this 4 mana. Next turn we have an ephemeral follower here. And then potentially 3 threats here. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I think we have to be okay with that though. Because it lets us play Nocturne with full health. Woohoo. Just a 4 mana Overwhelm threat? That's pretty nice. I might play this first, because again, I don't want them targeting my Diana and my Shadestalker here. With any spells they might draw. And we can create an ephemeral copy of that guy, which is nice. Oh. That'd be Shadestalker, Doombeast, Heaven's Aligned. It is hard playing against... Yeah, okay. They have 1 mana left. I think that they play all 3 free cards. Let's see. 1, 2... They still have 1 free card potentially. I could play Nocturne this turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get him down here. We might lose our Shadestalker. Do I care about that? I think I'm okay just copying my Cloven Way next turn. Well. I'm gonna take the Shadestalker because she's cheaper. At this point, I kind of just want to play like upwards of like 4 creatures in a turn if something goes disastrously wrong. Oh, okay. Again, I'm a little confused why they didn't attack. This is the second game in a row, isn't it? Where they didn't attack my elusive? Well, if they have... No, they just literally can't do anything, can they? They have a vulnerable creature, and then all my other creatures have... Yeah, they literally just don't have any blockers.
Forgive.
Man, when this Nightfall deck clicks, it's unstoppable. I think it's so good. At this point, we're out of options. We've used all of our actual like interactive spells, but we still have, you know, so many creatures that we'd be able to rebuild. What a game! I thought that one was a lot of fun too. Let's give it one more go. I got time for one more game. I haven't looked at all the YouTubers I used to watch. I haven't looked at them in a while to see what kind of games they're playing nowadays. Except for Majin Bay. I know he's doing Flesh and Blood stuff, which is cool for him. Okay, it's a rematch. Interesting. Now this is an interesting hand. Do I keep Heavens Aligned? I think I should. I like Heavens Aligned. I feel like it's a very good utility card. Activates our Nightfall, gives us options. Okay. Flight, turn 1? I don't think it's as good as Dustbringer.
Night flowers upon my blade. No more
I'd rather
hiding.
get the Dust Petal Dust in hand and keep the Flight as a great activator late game. Now upcoming, if we get to next turn, I don't think my opponent's going to do anything threatening. Ah, man, another trap order. Okay.
Now, then,
Well,
or soon.
if we can just get in there for 4 damage.
Watch out.
I think if I'm speculating, they're a better late game deck when they hit all their combo stuff together with the time bombs and the cats and the crystals. I don't know if I really want to use this right now. I'd almost rather just get in there, save my mana, honestly. What am I gonna randomly hit here that's better? I could attack with this guy for 2 mana. I guess that's worth it. Is it? I don't know. I really don't know if that does anything. I think I'm just gonna attack. See if we can draw some better cards. Maybe I should be more aggressive developing there, but I just don't know what we hit that's like exceptionally helpful. If anything, like I could go with the caster. They would just chump block with the Zillion potentially, but it'd leave him vulnerable to an unspeakable horror later in the game. I don't know if that does anything. You know, I've never actually noticed this or thought about this. What is the bird made of? Because I always thought his tummy is made of galaxies, and his feathers are like very spectral. But his wing frames look like metallic almost. Is it like a statue? I hope my opponent doesn't think I'm slow rolling him. I'm genuinely just like trying to talk these plays through. Oh, nice. This is when the flight starts clicking. Getting all the draw steps.
I thought you'd never ask.
That's real. I could get the flight down. In case I want to block Ezreal if I draw a Pale Cascade. But then I'd still be vulnerable to another Mystic Shot. That's not good. I don't like that at all. Okay, I think we just lost this game. I think that last turn there, where I went with like a really awkward play, like Shackles or the caster and flight into Ezreal Time Bomb, that kind of just blew up our entire game plan. We can still hit some things depending on what we get with these draws, you know, but I mean, what are we even supposed to do at this point? We have a lot of duds. Yeah. Bummer. not bad. Okay, that's actually pretty good too against this deck. Last game we saw they didn't really have many ways to stop fearsome attackers. Ooh, I haven't seen that card in a while.
If it's made of sand, I can ride it.
That's frustrating. Kind of wanted to get some damage in there. I might just leave that back for a second.
Sure.
They're down to 12 life. Is there a way we can...
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Oh. Maybe they have the sand card. Can't remember what it's called at the moment. They're down to 12 health. I'm still gonna try to hope we can burn them out somehow. Essentially, Evershade Stalker could give us a full board of attackers on one turn. We have some tricky ways to deal with, like, we have Fearsome plus a potential Moonlight Affliction in the distance. This sucks, but I'm gonna pass, because if they pass with enough mana here, it's not gonna be that disastrous for us. But what are we supposed to do here? We have too many ephemerals, or like the Stygian Onlooker we need to play as an attacking force. Unto Dusk, I want to use that with our saplings this upcoming turn, potentially. Yeah, we burnt their Mystic Shot. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I'm gonna get greedy here with one more. And then maybe see where we go from there. Clockling. That's pretty good actually for them. Ooh, okay. Diana, 3 health? I think at this point we're getting a little desperate. They're going to be drawing into their removal so soon that I think this is like our last turn potentially to try to flip the tables.
False light. Ill met by moonlight.
My past
Okay.
flashes.
No more
Now, I don't know if I want to... Oh no, she doesn't have Fearsome. Okay, so then I'll just try to kill her Zillion.
face your heretic.
Well, this is a pretty good attack if it goes through. The odds of them not having any Hexite Crystals or anything, probably slim here. But... Oh, okay, Quicksand. Well, that's still fine. I think we're happy with this trade. Quicksand. We're running a little low on action, though. Evershade Stalker at this point in the game is very hit or miss as a threat. If they have their Hexite Crystals, they're literally just like, we're going to spend like 8 mana in one turn on nothing. That's another good card, though. I like that one. A 3 health guy with Fearsome.
Keep the eyes depending on me.
If we draw a Nocturne,
One shot, all skill.
what if I silence an Ezreal? That seems worth it, I think. Is it? I think it might be.
Come, a new phase awaits.
Let me know what you guys do here. I'm a little uncertain about this, but I'm going to try to get rid of the Ezra here. Because the Mystic Shots are going to start mowing us down anyway. And I'm not spending all my mana this turn because I need to activate the Nightfalls on our attack turn. So, we have fearsome attackers anyways. Do we really need it? Are we going to spend 5 mana next turn on just the Moonlight Affliction? It's possible. Static Shock. Okay. I'll wait to see if they play a Time Bomb here. Because I don't want to play all of my 1-mana creatures here. Yeah, okay. I guess I probably should develop Glenkeeper here. We don't get the sapling, but we have pretty much unlimited creatures next turn anyway. I don't want to make him vulnerable to Mystic Shot though, or Hexite Crystal, because we already have one Glenkeeper in hand. I'll let this pass. It's actually nice. In case they have like another Static Shock or something. And all of our Shade Stalkers could potentially be 3 damage fearsomes. Because they have no fearsome blockers at the moment. Even if they level up this Ezreal, he'd be 2 power still. We have 2 fearsome creatures. We need 2 fearsome creatures to stick, which we might be able to do. Because if they have 1 Hexite Crystal, at least 2 creatures could survive with our Pale Cascade. Hey Gray, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
Break their minds, slay their souls, eyes everywhere.
Okay, this is a fascinating matchup. This is the last game both against this guy. Oh, well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, Gray. I have Challenger on one of my guys who's not fearsome. Guess this is about as good as it's gonna get. This Pale Cascade might just do it. We really only need... I don't know. Who knows? They've drawn so many cards. They possibly have multiple Hexite Crystals. But even still, there are enough ways for us to win this game if we draw Doom Beast, Unspeakable Horrors. And at least they probably have to spend most of their cards here, and then we can respond. They aren't going to be able to keep up much in response because they have to deal with multiple things. Who knows though? It's always hard with some of these decks when they have augmented clockling discounts. Like if they have a 0-mana Hexite Crystal here, obviously we're going to be in trouble. But oh, I wasn't expecting that. Give an enemy -2 this round. Oh my goodness. Even so, the fact that they're running out of cards.
They don't know what they're up against.
Whoa! They're just letting their Ezreal die? Wait, they're still taking 4 damage. Okay. GG. Alright. Nice. 3-0 is not a bad way to jump back into things. Before we go though, I'm gonna jump over to the Eternal format, or at least just browse my deck list to see if I have any Leona decks. That's what I was thinking about earlier. Let me see here. I'm sure I have a Leona deck somewhere. This is the default one. That one doesn't count. Do I not have any Daybreak decks? What a shame. Okay, well, I suppose we'll have to go over here then. I'm curious just to see though, to run through the list of cards that I hadn't thought about in a while. Oh, why are the dogs going crazy? Sorry, so it's the habit they always have to do it, I guess, no matter how many years it's been. Actually, probably since the last time I streamed. Maybe last time I streamed was the first time I had my newest puppy on stream. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this card. Oh well, before the dogs go nuts, I had to call it a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to stream more frequently. I cannot stay away from this game, man. I love it to death. But yeah, let me know if you guys are still playing, what decks you're playing. I'd love to hear. And I hope you have a good one.